back in the States, so it's good to be back. Excited to be here, and yeah, it's been good to be back. I definitely miss my wife, and I feel like traveling is really tiring. For context, just got back from London, so I was there for 7 days. I was supposed to go to India, but that ended up not happening. So back in the States, and then going to California in 2 days. So it's April is a really busy month for me. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about is just to reflect on the trip and just. I think it's good to reflect after everything. Oh, and yesterday I had my second week of the mastermind, so that went really well. So I really enjoyed that. Being able to, we did this exercise called the Legacy Workshop where you write your eulogy and you just write about intentionally like what is the life you're trying to create. And I got some good feedback on the workshop as well. So it's good because a lot of these people are sort of like my guinea pigs, right? People that I'm helping with their career coaching, career related goals. So I'm helping my clients like get jobs at these like big tech companies. So yesterday was really cool. I had a coaching call with one of my clients, and then today I'm meeting one of my clients in person. So I'm excited about that. And now I'm driving to Stretch Lab, or Stretch Zone, which is this um, like place where they help you stretch because you can get like a deeper stretch. That's where I'm wearing like fitness athleisure clothes, and then I'm going into New York City, and I'm getting interviewed on two different podcasts today. So Amanda Russo, who is like this healer person that I met through Facebook actually. I'm in a lot of different Facebook groups, and then hope everyone's doing well today. Thanks for tuning in. And then the second interview I'm getting in the second podcast is interesting. It's called the Orgasmic Lifestyle. So that's super different than what I would normally be interviewed on. And I met them through like a podcast agency. So they helped me like book my podcast. I was only able to do that for 1 month just because I wanted to see if they can help me build my business. And so yeah, so reflections. I had a really deep call with my best friend Davis, who lives in California. I'm staying at his place on Thursday, so in 2 days when I'm flying to California. And he's a really smart dude. He's a doctor, and his wife is also a doctor. And he was like, "Man, it sounds like you found your calling. It sounds like you're much happier and you have a lot more fulfillment doing what you do now versus like being in sales." I was like, "Yeah, that's like very astute of you. Thanks for saying that." And then I was like, because he was like, hey, I asked him the question, like, what skills do I have that I can monetize, that I can make a business out of it, that people would actually be willing to pay me for that? And he was like, honestly, like networking, like you're really good at networking. So, and he's like career coaching, like helping people interview, helping them be able to get promoted, things like that. But then he's like, "Yeah, let me think about it." So when we meet on Thursday, we'll have a deeper conversation about it. But I'm excited to interview him for the podcast and the YouTube channel. He's my best friend, really smart, good dude, and yeah, it's gonna be you'll be able to see our bond, our closeness. So I'm excited about that. Um, he's a really inspirational dude, and it was funny when I asked him like, "Hey, like, what do you enjoy the most? Like, what do you appreciate the most about me?" And then I told him like, "I what I appreciate most about you is your loyalty. Like, you just have a good time wherever you are. Like, it's always gonna be positive vibes, good energy." And he's like, "Oh, I was gonna say exactly the same thing for you." So it's interesting how in others we see it's easier to see our personality traits in others, but ultimately what we see and what we think about other people is us, right? Because it's our experience. So if I'm thinking my mom is like whiny or she complains a lot, then that's a reflection of me, right? It's hard for people to be with that because then we actually have to take 100% responsibility for who we're being, and that is difficult for many people. So, for instance, if I see that my wife if I see the positive qualities in my wife, like I see that she's beautiful and she's cute and she's loving, then that's qualities I see within myself, right? So if I see, but if it's someone I can't be with, like someone who I view as like whiny or is like suffering or has a lot of pain, like my uncle, for instance, if I think that he's too overbearing or he's judgmental, that's qualities within myself that I can't be with within another person. So it's very meta if you think about it, because each of us are reflections of other people. So if I meet, for instance, like when when I was in London, there was moments of sadness where I was like, man, like I messed up, like I'm so broke, I can't really afford anything. I mean, I still had a good time, don't get me wrong, but I was like, man, like why am I so bad with my finances? So that it was a reflection of me, right? It had nothing to do with all these people that are quote unquote doing me wrong and they're screwing me over. But if I focus on the positive, which is all the amazing people I've met in London, I met a bunch of these lawyers, just literally just walking around, just talking to random people, and these doctors. There was doctors from Pakistan that were really cool, and I was just like admired their dedication, and I asked them like, why do you want to become a doctor and stuff like that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is we're all reflections of each other, and we until we realize that everything we say or do is inherent. Like, I wrote a nice review for my VA. Her name is Zhang, and she's from like the northern province of India. Now she lives in Noida, like near New Delhi. And I just said, Professor Z is such an amazing like partner in crime. Like she's super intelligent, very diligent, and she goes above and beyond. And anyone and then I just said like I was blessed to be able to work with such a beautiful soul, and hopefully I'll be able to work with her again in the future, and mostly positive things, right? So sometimes it's easier for us to be with like the positive aspects of what we see in others, but there's also a component of the negative things that we see within others as well, right? So yeah, I can focus on why Davis is awesome, why my wife is awesome, but there's certain personality traits that's hard for me to be with within other people, right? Maybe it's one of my friends who is addicted to drugs, or in my case, a lot of my friends ended up dying from drugs, like whether it's like ecstasy, alcohol, and I see it within myself as well. Like I'm able to see that those that I could have very much followed down a very similar path. Maybe not death, like that's pretty dramatic, but yeah, it's an interesting concept, right? Once we're present to the insecurities that are reflected within others, it's a very weird thing, because then we start to think, huh, if I think humanity is hurtful or is out to get someone, or everyone's trying to hurt each other, then that's all I'm going to focus on. But if I think about how there's so many charities and nonprofits, and there's like people giving food, like I read on Facebook group today, there was a lady that there was these two young girls, like one was like 12 and one was 13, and they gave the stranger like $10. Oh, yo, what's up, Ankit? How you doing? I got 32 minutes. I'm driving, so I'm just reflecting on my day. How's your day going so far? Hey, thanks for the like. Let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this. But yeah, so there was a lady that saw these two young girls give money to like a homeless person. Rohan, let's go. We back in the Tesla. Let's go. Got my crew here. That means life is good. We got Rohan, the millionaire guy who owns the London Bridge and owns all these different places, these palaces. He's crushing it. My Tesla, It's your Tesla. I guess what's mine is yours. Um, and then we got Ankit. Ankit, what do you? I should remember this. What do you do again? Let me know what your occupation is. Oh, auto drive. Yeah. I'm stuck in traffic, so there's not very. Yo, Saris, Jean, what's good, man? Jane, wait, this is so American. Is it Jane, John, or John? What's good, bro? I never met a Saris before. Hello, hello, hello. I'm studying. Oh, what are you studying? Hello. Hey, Saris is very happy to be here because of the four hellos. That means you're four times happier to be here than the average person. Thank you. What are you studying? Oh, snap, I cannot read that. Is that Sanskrit? I don't know. Um, business. Oh, there you go. Business law. Damn, that means you can be rolling in bank. How much do lawyers make a lot of money in India? Because in the US, they make pretty good money, but they also work like 80 hours a week. So, all right, I keep getting distracted. So the girl saw, the lady saw, this was in a Tony Robbins chat, who's like this life coach. She saw the two kids give money to the homeless person, and then they went into like the Starbucks or the coffee shop or whatever it was, and then they rung up and they didn't have enough, so the lady like paid for the two girls. It was like $20, and she's just like spreading random acts of kindness. Oh, something country. Okay. How are you? Good, man. I'm happy to be reunited with my wife. Going to California in 2 days, so it's gonna be busy. I'm hosting a networking event with like 15 people next Tuesday, and then I'm doing a retreat in Arrowhead, which is like up in the mountains in California. So that's gonna be dope. And then I'm running a workshop next weekend in a men's retreat. So I'm very, very blessed. I feel very lucky to. Saras, what do you? You don't have to repeat everything 3 times, man. You're hilarious. But yeah, I'm excited. This month is going to be like one of the craziest months of my life. And then now I'm going to New York City afterwards to New York City to meet up with a client. So I'm helping him get his next job. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then, yeah, I met with a client yesterday and hmm, I helped him process, you are rich. Why am I rich? I'm definitely not rich. I spend a lot of money, but I know everything will come back to help. The men's retreat is in the mountains in New York, so we're staying at a friend's place. So luckily, I'm very fortunate that I don't. It's free because I'm one of the facilitators, so I get to work on to do a workshop with healing. Because you have Tesla, oh, let's just say I'm struggling to make ends meet right now. I'm literally living like, yeah, it's close. Like every day I can barely pay my bills, but I know that it's all gonna pay off because right now I'm building an empire. So thank you, Saras. I think we get it, man. You're super excited to be here. Um, but yes, it's his Tesla, exactly. So it's not even mine. So Ankit, why are you studying business law? One and two, because I think you're struggling entrepreneur. Yeah, because entrepreneurship is new to me, so I'm still figuring it out. But every day gets a little bit better, and at least I'm doing what I love versus doing corporate just to make money. Because when I was making money in corporate, I was making pretty good money. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would say maybe five times the average salary in the U.S. But I wasn't happy because I just didn't like people telling me what to do. I guess like every other entrepreneur, I hated when people told me what to do. My name is Rajan, my father names. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, does anyone know what AAP AFGI country is? But what I do love about entrepreneurship is that I get to do whatever I want. And even if I'm working till 10, like yesterday, I did my mastermind group. I did a coaching call at 8 and then had 9 o'clock. So I wasn't done until 10:15. Oh, your country. Oh, thank you. Oh, so my country, I'm in the US right now. Thanks for asking. Where it sounds like you're from India? Yo, Saris, you gotta chill it out with the hellos. You, how old are you? You sound like you're like 13, bro, because of the hello, hello, hello. Um, wow, there's a lot of traffic today. Do you go to the gym? Yeah, baby, look at these guns. Boom, boom. Yeah, yeah. I post a lot of videos of me going to the gym actually. If you go to my videos, my live streams, look for the ones that say CrossFit. I did a CrossFit competition. What about you? There's a lot. Yo, Rohan, you trying to get me canceled, bro? Uh, that's small. Damn, bro. Oh, look at this. Oh shit, look at this. Yo, come on, man. That's huge. Why you hitting, bro? Where you at? Where you at? Let me see your guns. Let me see your gun. Game over. Let's go. See, Saris knows what's up. Yo, this traffic is redonkulous. I heard the traffic in India is actually pretty crazy. Yo, damn, Ankit. Yo, let me see. Do you have it on your YouTube channel? Let me see, man. Let me see. I only weigh, all right, actually I don't know how to do it in kilograms. I'm like 145 pounds. I don't know what that is. No, bro. Yo, you're in law school. How do you have time to work out? Come on. I do CrossFit competition, so I do more. I have more endurance. I wouldn't say I'm like, but I can lift. I could probably do 330 pounds on the deadlift, 315 pounds on the back squat, and yeah, it's pretty good for my weight. Basically, I could do more than double my weight for the deadlifts. So yeah, yeah, that's right, Ankit. Respect. No, I'm just messing with you. But what about you? How much pounds do you weigh? How much do you work out? What's your favorite workouts? I would say my favorite workouts are typically, yo, look at these shoulders though. Yo, you like these shoulders, man? Look at that. Um, I so I do like these Spartan races. I know, I'm just messing with you too. I do these Spartan races where it's like a 12-hour race. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of expensive to go to the gym, honestly, a lot every day. But it's depends on what you rather spend your money on, right? I love spending money on wellness. Like I'm going to the stretch lab because I just lugging on like my heavy bags, luggage everywhere in London, and that was Biden. Yeah, uh-oh, what's going on with Biden? I honestly, I have no idea what's going on with Biden. Everyone makes fun of how he's so old that he looks like he's gonna like pass it. He's gonna die any second. All right, I gotta switch. This is insane, the traffic. It looks like there was an accident. You go to the massage center. I did. I got one massage in Thailand, and oh, not Thailand. At a Thai place. It was a legit massage place, and she freaking beat me up. Like, she's like, "Oh, how do you like your massage?" And I was like, "Oh, I like it rough." And so she was like super hard, and I was like, and I was like squirming. I was like, oh, the whole time. And she was just like, "Yeah, your body's really tight." And I was like, "Yeah, because you're like beating me up." But I think it's good, right? Because I think when you do the deep tissue massage, I feel like you get. Yeah, she was literally beating me up. Afterwards, I felt like I get hit by a Mack truck. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sore," but I'm glad I did it. Oh, so this is funny. I got these sunglasses at an Indian wedding. So it says Judy and Vador. So this was in Clearwater. It was my first Indian wedding. It was a multi-day wedding, and yo, y'all real deep, man. There was like, man, I want to say like 500 people there or something. I don't know. It felt like a lot of people. And then I was eating really spicy dosas, and then all the Indian grandmas and aunties were like making fun of me. I was like, I couldn't finish it, and they were like laughing. They're like, oh, dude, y'all Indians weddings is way too long. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, dude, this is so much dancing. And then, oh, I love doing the dances though. The dance where you go around in the circles, and then the one where you use the what is that thingy where you like hit yeah, it was interesting. And then there was like in the speeches, man, the speeches was like an hour long. And then it was like very very expensive. Like they also spent way too much money on this wedding. But it was extravagant. It was a lot of like people there, and everything was way too spicy. But it was nice because it was my first time in Clearwater, Florida, which is like this beautiful white sand place. Now you are you? Are you? All right, you gotta come to it. You gotta come to the U.S. first. Let me know if you end up going to the U.S. I'll have to meet you, Rohan. And yeah, so it was like really spicy, and I was like, and then it was funny because they have to lie to their parents and let like they all drink a lot, like the in my friends and then the sisters they all like they're I hate to say alcoholic, but they're they drink a lot, and the family doesn't know when you had a baby. Oh snap! Then I come to the baby shower. Oh man, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I'll have to take you up on that offer, man. Yeah, I'm excited to have a kids. My I think being a father will probably be one of my favorite things in the world because I just like I don't know, I love kids. Like I love being able I used to babysit. I worked at a pediatric dentist office. I worked at a preschool and I worked at a daycare. I babysat the Columbia. I don't know if you guys heard of Columbia. It's like one of the top schools, Ivy Leagues in America, in New York City, up in uptown. But I used to babysit the coach's daughter. Like they have three kids. There's baby Charlie, and then oh man, it's so bad. I don't remember the kids' names anymore. But funny enough, they live close to where I live now. Like cause I moved back down to Jersey. Um, what about you? How many kids do you guys want? I'm curious. And Anke, have you been to America yet? And when you study business law, did you choose it just because of the money? Man, I'm so sad I didn't get to go to India. I was so excited. I can't believe I paid for the flight. Basically, I wasted money because I paid for the flight and I couldn't even hop on the flight. So I basically wasted like 700, 800 bucks. No, bro, I'm interested in this. Oh, you are interested. Okay, okay. But I'm sure money has something to do with it. Like, I feel like no one really goes into the law unless they're trying to make money. At least that's how it is in the US, you know. Oh, did you ever watch the show Suits? Dude, that was one of my favorite shows because Mike Ross, who's the main character, kind of reminds me of myself. You can think so. Yeah. A lot of the business attorneys I know are like excellent networkers. I always meet them at a crap ton of networking events. They're like really good. Yeah, of course. Everyone watched Friends. That's like a classic, man. That's like watching, is it pronounced Langan, the cricket where India faces the English people in cricket. It's like it's like a classic. Like everyone watches Friends in the US, I feel like. I mean, it sounds like universal at this point if you watched it. All right, got 16 minutes. I My favorite show. I've been watching a lot of Korean dramas. Of course, Rohan would appreciate this. I was cry. My wife cries. There was a show called Queen of Tears where it's about this like. Hopefully, I'm not gonna ruin it, but oh well. If you're watching this, spoiler alert. There's a show called Queen of Tears where this rich couple. So what happened was this lady, she her family owns like one of the biggest department stores like in Korea. They're like conglomerates, right? Korean. Yo, they're so emotional, right? Yeah, I think they're super emotional, but I love that stuff. So the main character is thinking about getting a divorce with his wife, and she tells him that she has a brain tumor. So basically, instead of telling her, he was like, "Oh, well, that's kind of messed up. Like, why would I tell her she's about to die?" So he's like happy because it's like, oh, maybe she'll put my name in the will, and then he'll become wealthy. American Shark Tank. Yo, I love Shark Tank, dude. That's like my favorite show. That's what inspired me to become an entrepreneur, so I could be on Shark Tank one day. So, who's your favorite shark? Uh, thanks. So, so what happened was she falls in love, like they fall in love with each other again, but there's just so much. What happened was she wasn't able to have kids for whatever reason, and instead of like talking it through and processing it like a healthy relationship, what she does instead is she um they go on a trip to Germany because there's like a doctor that specializes with the, but she's super rich, right? Like her family is like billionaires. But her mom treats her like crap because her brother died for whatever reason, and then she blamed it on her as a kid. So then there's the mother is like so mean to her the whole time, and then when she finally finds out and she blurted out that she's dying of a brain tumor to save her ex-husband because they ended up eventually he told her that he got a he wants to get a divorce. Yeah, there's a lot of people I'm sure behind me. Um, get a divorce, and essentially it was very sad because she forgot her memory. So she got super pissed off when she found out that her husband actually wants to get a divorce with her. So she relapses and then loses her memory, and then she acts all cutesy. No, I don't have a Ferrari. What, you think I'm super rich, bro? I don't have a Ferrari. Honestly, even if I was like super wealthy, I don't think I would get a Ferrari. I would just spend all that money traveling the world and like, cause like let's say, all right, let's say I spend $500,000 on a Ferrari, like a super nice Ferrari. Like to me, that's like 1 year of traveling the world, right? Like I could probably spend $500,000. I mean, I guess all right, if you can own one day, yeah, maybe. But if I had like, let's say I had $100 million, okay, all right, then having a Ferrari makes sense. But if I just have like $5 million, like I wouldn't spend 10% of my money on a Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to get a Ferrari? Oh, so this is crazy. So one of my this guy, the wedding, the one that they gave us these classes and at the beach at the wedding. No, bro. Yeah, with being a business lawyer, anything is possible. But they bought a super nice car. Like they bought, I mean, he just became a doctor. I'm not that rich. I heard a lot of Indians that come to America are pretty wealthy. Is that true? Let me know. Because from what it seems like on my end, a lot of these Indians that come to America have like pretty good money. Like one of my clients, she's Indian, and she said her family is like politicians. Like they're like the senates, they're like the legislators or whatever you. It's true? Okay. And she was telling me, she's like, hey, like, I grew up in like a pretty wealthy family where they were all government officials, like they were pretty high up. And I was like, oh, interesting. And then she was like, yeah, because so we had like servants, like, we had people that like take care of us. And she's like, in America, I have to take care of my kids myself. So she's like, it's hard because when you're so used to like getting help, having house workers and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I heard. I know that's kind of sad, but yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, I'm sure not every politician is corrupt, but it seems like a good amount of them are. That's a good one. I'll be curious to learn more. I mean, that's kind of a sensitive topic, right? Google Maps not following you. Oh, so you know what's interesting? When we were in London, actually, there was a place that said that Google Maps, they're doing the filming for the Google Maps. So I saw that there were signs. Not everyone. Yeah, yeah. Just like not every lawyer is corrupt, right? But I'm sure there are some lawyers that are, some doctors are, some sales, in every industry there's going to be at least some people that are like quote unquote bad, but for the most part, I think most people are good. But I do hear Myanmar is like ranked one as like one of the most corrupt places in the world. Like absolutely insane how corrupt that place is. What do you, so this is, I learned something new. The BRICS, BRIC. So what I heard, are you corrupt? No, I'm a good dude. I'm actually too nice, I think. I think people take advantage of like really, really nice people, like people that are like too nice. So I think I have the opposite issue where people take advantage of my kindness. So I gotta set better boundaries, if that makes sense. Um, because what happened was I tried to overcompensate by volunteering for all these nonprofits, like helping orphans in Vietnam, building schools in Africa, volunteering like low income people, like helping a lot of immigrants, like with their interviewing skills. So I would volunteer and do all these different things, but I did it because I felt like, well, I grew up poor, so I think that was one of the reasons. And then two, I felt I had a story, like a disempowering context, that I was like not a good person growing up. But after I did a lot of therapy, after I did a lot of self development, I realized that, oh, I'm actually a good person. It was that everyone makes mistakes, and I was just beating myself up over mistakes that happened like 10 years ago, or 12 years ago, or 5 years ago. So the moral of the story is like not to be so hard on yourself. Yo, this traffic, what is going on here? I guess everyone's driving to work. So it's 8:35, which is pretty much right around where people start going to work. So I'm near the Princeton campus. So yeah, it's absolutely, oh, what? I mean, your writing English is pretty solid. What can I do to improve it? A lot of people say watch YouTube channels. What, it helps. I mean, obviously coming to America will help, I'm sure, you know. Uh, I think reading a lot of books has helped me a lot because it helped me, because if there was a word I didn't know on my Kindle, I could look it up and just highlight it and it'll give me the definition of that word. I dated this girl once who got a perfect score on her SATs, which means she knew all the vocabulary words. Just watch the last. Do, yeah, I'm curious. Like, do you watch? Is it like, is it 50% Indian creators and then 50% people in America? I'm curious. Like, what's the breakdown? And what made you like? How'd you find my channel in the first place? Like, I'm just curious why all of a sudden like I have so many Indian, uh, and like people. I mean, India is a big country, obviously, but it's not like I have a lot of Chinese. Oh, you know why? Because a lot of people in India speak English randomly. Yeah. Whereas like people in China probably watch more Chinese live streams. So that makes more sense actually. Because I'm like, why is it? Because a lot of India speaks English for whatever reason. I guess because you guys do a lot of business with Americans, it seems like. Or you do a lot of business with Britain and the UK, it seems like. So my recommendation for doing English is, having conversations like this. And I think nowadays, from what I heard, there's a lot of websites that, like my one friend, she does like public speaking. So she speaks to classrooms and she gets paid to speak to classrooms in like other countries. And I think some of it is India, actually. Oh shit, I gotta ask her about it. Thanks, bro. Now I'm curious. All right, I'm gonna ask her. So her name is Santa, and she's a really good person. She, oh, there it is. Oh my god, this traffic is ridiculous. Now I'm gonna ask her. Alright, so Santa, okay, here you go. Hello, hey Santa. What was that website that you suggested that? to be able to like practice public speaking and getting paid for it. I would love to do that. That sounds amazing. Hope you're doing well. Let me know when you're back in New York. Good stuff. Everything is fine, but I make mistakes. Not. Oh, your English is pretty good, man. I mean, so far you're writing spot on. Yo, what is going on with this traffic? Holy smokes. Now I know it takes an hour to go down to Princeton. That normally would have taken me 20 minutes. Thanks, brother. I have some questions for you guys. What is something you notice about American culture, whether it's through media or live streams, YouTube, etc., that's different than in India? And what do you think is one thing that Indians do really well that Americans could get better at? Let me know. Hit me with the. Is there a way to bring people onto the live stream? Sometimes, okay, you can't. I think there's a functionality right when before I start the live stream to be able to help bring people onto it, so I can bring you guys onto the live stream with me. So I'll look into that because I think that'd be fun. It'd be cool to like meet you guys and introduce you to the community. Oh yeah, how so? One of the biggest difference that I've noticed is that you guys are more family focused. Like you guys are really close to your family. Same with Asian, like I'm Vietnamese. Same with the Vietnamese culture. Whereas like India or in America, it's like F the family. It's just like all about you and yourself. And these are my passions. These are my dreams. Like screw everyone else. Like I'm gonna reach my dreams. That's very exaggerated, but that's kind of how it feels like sometimes in America. It's like screw the society. Like I don't care about like if my family if I want to move to California, like 3,000 miles, yeah, that's a lot different. No one lives with their parents in the US, which I don't know, honestly, I don't know how you guys do it because like I can't live with my parents. Like I would literally go crazy. But my mom still lives with my grandma, but they drive each other crazy. I mean, that's a good question. Oh, cool. She wrote back. That was fast. All right, let's see what she said.
Going. Good to hear your voice. So that company is Life Hike's own room.
Oh,
They're not hiring coaches at the time. I'm so sorry. Currently, I'm a contract coach for them, and I haven't gotten any work. And
that's funny.
yeah, I worked internally for them. There's a little bit of a hot mess, similar to how you worked for Coach Hub, and I left because they promised me a sales role, and I was just like totally my thumbs for a year supporting a salesperson. So anyway, I would not recommend. I'm so sorry. But if they do hire for more coaches, which I don't know if they're going to do for the foreseeable future, I will let you know. Hope all's well. Bye.
What was that? Aw, yeah, she's a beautiful soul. She's an ENFP like myself. Oh shit, I fucked up. Hey, Santa, so good to hear your voice. You have a very beautiful voice. Um, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about? And yeah, would be cool to catch up. I always get a lot of energy meeting with you. How's hubby? Are you guys getting married soon? Can't wait to hear about it. And I think we're overdue for ENFP. Dude, we should do like a once a month ENFP chat. I think that'd be dope. Oh, I gotta go in 7 minutes, but maybe I'll call her later. That's a good point. I'm talking to you guys. Wouldn't it be rude? I guess I do that sometimes where I just call people while I'm live streaming. But then my wife is like, babe, you should probably get permission from the people that you're recording. And I was like, oh yeah, good point. Apple Watch, Tesla, what a sexy. Oh shit. Oh my god. Alright, you know what's funny? I didn't realize I was into gadgets. And then now I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely maybe surround myself with like upper middle class, right? So maybe because we have more disposable income, we have all these gadgets. to your wife to Oh my God. Dude, my wife is like literally the opposite of me. She doesn't want she doesn't want her to be in any videos. Like I edited like a video of like our honeymoon and our travels across the world, and it's like she's so cute in it, but she like doesn't like it. She like likes being private, which is like the opposite of me. Obviously, I'm live streaming like every day at this point, but she's super private, and her family. I mean, I guess Chinese people are like that. They're very private, it seems like. So she doesn't like anything with her voice in it, anything with basically any remote picture of her. She's like, no, like take me, like cut out that video or cut out me from the video. And I'm just like, dude, oh, but you know what I should do? Okay, I got an idea. She told me that there's some channels, like there's one that she watches called Mango Butt, where like everyone's always curious like who her husband is. So I should do that where I don't show her, but like sometimes in past, like, because obviously I'm gonna travel the world with her, right? So if I'm going to Japan and Korea, it's gonna be so hard for me to like not have her in any of my videos. But I think instead of showing her face, like you might be able to hear her voice sometimes. All right, I'll figure it out. What do you like about India? I like how Indian people are really nice. Like all the Indians I know, they're very kind, very like giving. Um, I hired a Indian virtual assistant, and she was super smart. Like, and it's funny. I feel like in some ways you guys are like very chill. Like to your point, in America, at least in New York City, where I'm going to after this thing, people don't waste time, right? Like it's like every second I have to like book facial race. Have you ever faced racism? I think I no, I haven't faced racism in America. Yes, so I still haven't been to India yet. I was supposed to go last week, um, but I don't think I would face racism because I think you guys like Vietnamese, like you guys like Asians, right? I mean, you guys are so close to South Asia, super close. But in America, you do face racism sometimes, unfortunately. But it's getting better. Like I don't face it as much because as you can tell, I don't really have a thick Asian accent. It's because I'm super Americanized. I think I face less racism compared to your average person who, I think when my mom, she said that she has when she goes on dating apps, some of the Americans say like racist, kind of somewhat racist stuff. Yeah, we. That's funny. Oh, I have a friend, one of my close friends. He's black. He's like, "Oh, I love Indian girls." He's like, "I think they're so sexy." um, yeah, I mean, I'm not. A lot of people think that like Indian girls are very have really nice bodies. Like if you're into like the slimmer. I feel like in America, a lot of the Indian women are like very skinny. Like when they're younger at least, or at least like around my age. So the Americanized ones are usually like pretty skinny. But same with Asians, I guess. All right, I'm about to introduce me to that. Oh, I'll have him come on the live stream sometime. He's freaking hilarious. Oh, maybe I can live stream some of it at the retreat. Well, I have some of it's gonna be intimate. I'm not saying I'm into Indian women. I'm saying some of my friends are into specifically that black friend. He just thinks they're attractive. um, but yeah, my wife is amazing. She's tiny. She's cute. She's very petite. Very. I mean, I have some, even though she doesn't like it when I post videos of her. Like, I somehow snuck in a couple videos that she is like, "Hey, why are you posting me?" But I'm here, guys. I'm about to go to my stretch zone, and then unfortunately, I have to cancel my membership here, which makes me sad because I need to make a lot more money because I've been spending way too much money. Oh, he left. But I just got here anyway, so gotta go. See you guys in a little bit. Peace. Like and subscribe. Woo!